Hello, everybody. This is Stanley here. And as I've told you many times, I'm a descendant from St. Nicholas. Now, St. Nicholas, he was known for his generosity and for his connection with children. Now, many of the stories as it relates to Nicholas happened after he passed in December 6th, 343. And after his passing, it became the custom to have a major festival to celebrate his life. Here is one of those stories. There was a young boy by the name of Basel, and he lived on a farm outside of Myra. Now, the farm was a family farm, and Basel was expected to do a lot of work on the farm, and he did. He helped plant the crops, and he helped care for the crops. And come the fall, it was time to do the harvest. Now, of course, everybody in the household was involved at harvest time, and because of the important celebration of December 6th, they would prepare a great feast that was held at the church. So December 6th came, and the family brought their food and everything, and they brought it down to the church, and they were all engaged in having this great feast and celebration of St. Nicholas. And much to everyone's surprise, the raiders from a faraway land came, attacked the village. Everyone scattered for their safety, and Basel got separated from his parents. Now, Basel, he ran into the church and he found a place underneath the altar, and he thought he was safe and a good place to be. But, the raiders, they were looking for treasure, and of course they came into the church looking for those vessels that might have great value. And one of the raiders spotted Basel hiding under the altar and scooped him up and put him on the back of the horse, and they sped off. Now, when they arrived at their homeland, they presented all of their treasures to their king, and one of their treasures was Basel. Now, the king looked at Basel and saw that he must be a hard worker. I could tell he's probably worked on a farm, and he doesn't know our language, and maybe that would be helpful to us here in the court because he wouldn't know what we were speaking of. And so the king quickly appointed him to be a servant in the court. And they dressed Basel in the finest royal garments. And they gave him a golden cup. Now, Basel was to serve the king his wine in that golden cup whenever he commanded. Now, back home, his family was concerned about where was he at, and time was going by, and they just didn't know what to do or what to think. And then they said, well, Nicholas Day is coming up again. You need to go to the church and ask Nicholas for his help. So Nicholas Day came, and they came to the church and they asked Nicholas, can you bring Basel? Suddenly there was a great commotion out in front of the church, and everyone rushed out to the courtyard. And standing in the courtyard was young Basel. And he was dressed from head to foot in the finest royal garments, and he stood there holding a golden cup filled with wine. They all asked, what happened, and where have you been? And Basel told the story of the raiders taking him back to this foreign land, and how they enslaved him into the custody of the king. And on this day, he was there preparing to serve that cup of wine to the king when these strong arms reached down and lifted him up. As he looked up, he realized it was Nicholas who was bringing him home. And Nicholas brought him home safely to Myra and his parents. The story spread far and wide, spreading Nicholas' fame even more. is to stand here, spreading the gospel of good cheer.